Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Mustang Farm. I'm your host, Bobby. I'm out here on this beautiful rainy day in Rentham, Massachusetts, and we're going to be pulling some parts for some customers. And for those of you who are new to my channel, I'm a former diesel mechanic turned junkyard entrepreneur, and I'm trying to turn this place into a successful business. So the three things I'm going to locate first are a drip rail molding, and a driver's side mirror from like an 87 Mustang GT. We need a passenger side drip rail molding, driver's side mirror, and there's one person looking for an 87 Mustang Fender spat that would go right there. Have to find one of those. And all three of those items are going to be pulled off and shipped on Monday. Today is Saturday. So I'll bring you through and we'll try to find the best mirror we can and try to find a driver's side fender spat. So I'm going to go to my Jeep. I'm going to grab my tools out of the back, throw them in the old golf cart, and then we'll get out there and start pulling some parts. It's my little Nyko set I got on Prime Day from Amazon. 3/8 impacts. I had actually thought they were 1/2-inch impacts. I got them super cheap. I think this was like $60 on Prime Day. They were really nice quality. We have a 1/2-inch to 3/8 converter, so you can use your impact gun with them. That's the saving grace for me, because I was actually looking for a 1/2-inch impact set, and when I bought them I was like, they're 3/8. But then I had that, so I used them like they're a 1/2-inch set. But they're all super nice quality, and I love the carrying case specifically. Impact gun, the Milwaukee tire inflator. That way I can fill up the tires in the SVO while I pull those parts. Grab a tool bag. Throw that right there. And you know I love my Cobalt set. And we're rolling. And while I'm here, I might as well give you a walk around of the 37 Ford pickup that my boss uses daily in the summer. We just started pulling it out for the spring. We use this to pick up little things around the farm, like go pick up corn, go pick up anything that'll fit in the bed, basically. It's very well used. It's not abused too bad, but it's nice driver quality. Don't have to worry about paint chips or anything like that. Runs great. Doesn't really like the rain too much, but I love it. It's got a flathead V8. It's got a Nuga horn in it. All right, so first things first, I'm going to set up the beautiful Milwaukee inflator on these tires because they go flat every couple of days. I don't want the tires to get all messed up. So basically what you do with this, you screw that onto the tire, press the power button. I put them to like 30 usually. Press this button right here, and it'll fill it up to 30. I can walk away. It'll just stop when it hits 30, and then I'll come back in a little bit and I'll switch to the other tire. All right, so first area I'm gonna check is under the trees over here. Let's see if we can find that drip rail molding for passenger side. And I guess I didn't have to look very hard because that one's beautiful. It's got a little bit, no, that's just watermarks. That's a real nice one. I'm gonna get to work on that one. I'll need a Phillips head and a flathead to get that off. Flathead. And I don't have my screw gun on me, but this is a Phillips head right here. That'll work. So, it's only one screw that holds these in. This guy right here. It's usually a little bit tight. Put some pressure on it. And that broke loose. that's out. Put it right there on the cowl where it will stay forever. So what you're gonna want to do next is move to the back over here and take a flathead screwdriver, and you're gonna want to put it up in here, up against the edge of it, and pry down against the door. Any other way to do this, you're gonna bend it. You don't want to stick your flap head in here, and you don't want to stick it in here because you'll bend this end. You can kind of do it on there, but you might bend it there too. So you see how I got it loose? Once you get it going, it's not too hard. Just gotta go along with it. A little bit of time. Once you get to this point, you can pretty much just yank her down. Just gotta watch out for that tab right there. There's a rubber tab that connects it to the quarter window. You don't want to break that tab. Just like that, she's off. One item down. And I always take the screw with me too, just because if I have it, I might as well give it to the customer. Something I do with some rare hardware, like things that people really want, I save a lot of hardware if the customer doesn't want it, and I'll put packages together and I'll sell the hardware online, and people will actually pay for that, believe it or not. Let's do a little more hunting and see if we can find a decent driver's side mirror. It's got to be an 87 and up car, so it's a little different for the 4-ride cars. The 4-ride cars, their mirrors look like this. The 87 and up cars, the mirror is a little bit bigger. It comes up here a little more. It's a little more aerodynamic looking, a little more modern looking. Then you have those ones. Since I'm right here, I'll show you this. This is convertible and T-top only. 88 and above have the pedestal mount mirrors, they call these. They're specific for T-tops. 88, early 88 was the last year of the T-top, so this is actually a super rare thing to see, pedestal mount on the T-tops. But these will obviously not work with a regular hatchback. So, check out the notch, see if it's got them. He's not particular about the condition of the paint on it. This one's a little bit dry. Like if it looks faded or whatever, he said he can clean them up. But this one's a little bit rough to the texture right there. I don't know if he's gonna want that one. And let's see, is it even power? It is power. It's an option. I'd rather get him a better one, but we'll see what we got. If that's all we got, he might have to roll with it. Let's see. This one's real bad. That's real rough on top. It's even worse than the other one, and it's a manual. This one, nice painted one. Can't get the door open because there's a wheel in the way. That's a power mirror. It's an option. If he's gonna clean them up and paint them either way, that might be good for him. Let me see. It is a nice set though. Maybe I can convince him to buy the set. Another painted set, clear coat's kind of coming off. No door handle, so I don't feel like dealing with that. So I'm thinking the green ones might be our best bet. I talked to the customer, and he's all right with buying the set of both. I was able to upsell him on that. So I'm gonna pull both of those off and ship them both to him. So I don't have to separate the set, that's nice, and I get a little bit extra money for the passenger. So we're gonna start pulling it off. So for those, I'm gonna grab my Nyko set and my electric ratchet. So I'm gonna start with the driver's side. And typically you would have a cover over that right here, and it'd be held on with this Phillips head screw, but that's gone, so I don't need to get a Phillips head screwdriver. Are you kidding me? There we go. So to get these off, there's going to be 2 nuts, both 9mm, and we'll just put the socket on there like this. And she's off. Oh, this one. You kidding me? Socket rolled off the ratchet. This one only had 1, so that's good for us. I just gotta unplug it. There we go. Nice and easy. Why are you fighting me? Why do you want to fight so bad? I can't get it on. There it is. So that's why I was fighting so bad. See, the stud got pulled right out of the mirror. That's okay though, because I might have some of those studs around. I just gotta unplug it. Oh, it was already unplugged. Sweet. So that's 2 mirrors. Beautiful shape. Put those in the back with the asparagus sign. So, I don't remember if I looked at this GT ad. No, I don't think I did. Oh yeah, no, that's got nothing. You know, it was raining earlier. Doesn't really feel like it's raining now, but I guess it's sprinkling a little bit. And the time it took me to pull that mirror off, this golf cart seat got so wet, I just sat in it. So, my bum's wet right now. This is mostly convertibles over here. There's a couple. I just want the easiest one to get to. You know what? I have to check something. Let's see, I might have one already off somewhere. I know we had some in this container before. A little dark in here. Ooh, what's there? Pretty mint too. Guess I don't need to pull that today. A couple more of them too. But what's the fun in that? You don't get to watch me pull it. So we're gonna keep looking. Maybe this one's got it. I didn't even think to check this one. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And it's got no fender liner on it. So first thing I'm gonna do, grab my Phillips head. And these screws have got started, but we're gonna pull the rest of the way off. So those are out. You'll see it's off that much. Now, the next thing you need to grab to get these off is there is, I believe they're nuts that go on. I think there's 3 of them. There could be 4 actually. And they're all on the backside here. They go through the bumper into that. I just noticed there's a socket laying on the ground right there. Probably mine from another time. So I gotta grab that. I'm adding this to the video so I don't forget to pick it up. So this guy is just spinning. There's a bolt there. It's not factory, so we're gonna get that off. I grab a wrench. 12. So can't do this with one hand. Yeah, so that broke, but that's good because it's off. Would you look at that? Someone didn't put all the screws in. That's just one bolt holding it on. And they clip in like that. See, there's a little ridge right here. It goes into that bracket. Just clips in. And that's one of the things that holds it. If you ever have to get these brackets off these fenders, it's a nightmare because all this stuff is hardened and you can't really drill through it easily. So that sucks, but luckily I'm not doing that. So some things to look out for on these is this one, since it's from an 87 to 90 car, is a little bit wider. The 91 to 93 ones are a little bit thinner because they have a wider wheel well, because that's the year they introduced the pony wheel, actually. So they needed a little more clearance to fit it. That's why if you put pony wheels on an 87 to 90 to 1990 car, sometimes they'll rub if you don't put a smaller tire size on it. So a lot of people like those for a conversion. This one is just a regular one, so it sells for a little bit less, but that's okay because it's in pretty mint shape. Here are the spoils of war today. We've got one Fender spat from an 87 to 90 GT Mustang. We've got 87 to 93 painted power rearview mirrors. And we have one 87 to 93 drip rail, all in pristine shape. No cracks. And I don't want to forget, I have to move this to the other tire. See, it turns off on its own. Tire's pumped up, not flat anymore. So look again, we're gonna turn the power on. Go to 30 PSI. And let it rip. This is probably one of my favorite tools I've ever bought. I got it for about $200 off the Snap-on truck, which is actually a deal. I think they sell for a little more than that. And I don't regret purchasing this at all. I use it all the time. You know, working in a junkyard, a lot of flat tires to be pumped up. So you go to look at a car, to buy a car, whatever, and the tire's flat. I bring this with me everywhere I go, and I can just pump it up and then roll it onto the flatbed. So I bring this everywhere with me. I put it in the Jeep. I put it in the Lightning. Anywhere I go, this is with me. So folks, that's going to be it for today's very wet episode out here on the Mustang farm. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your support. If you could do me a quick favor and just hit that like button on the video and maybe hit that subscribe button on the channel, I'd really appreciate it. I'm trying to get this channel to 1,000 subscribers. I need all the help I can get. I'm trying to keep the dream alive here on the Mustang farm, and with your support, I think I can do it. So that's going to be it. Hope you all have a great day.